So, you want to be a better wrestler? Well, I'm going to tell you 3 ways that you can be a better wrestler today, right now, coming up. Stick around. Number 1 way to be a better wrestler: stop caring so much about wins and losses, and instead shift your focus towards scoring points. Now, this speaks true especially for youth wrestlers. This sport is hard enough as is. When you're a little kid and you're wrestling and you're 8 years old, I've seen kids crying on the mat, parents yelling, screaming at your face for losing a match. That's not going to make you a better wrestler. All it's going to do is deter you away from the sport. Why are you going to continue putting yourself through something if you're constantly facing this defeat from whether it's your parents, your coaches, whoever it is? It shouldn't be about wins and losses when you're in the youth stage. You should be really learning how to score points and learn the sport. Being a defensive wrestler will only get you so far, but you cannot win matches if you don't score any points. How do you score points then? You have to open yourself up and try new things. You can't be afraid to take shots. You have to go to your offense, no matter who your opponent is. Especially if you have a lead late in a match, our brain tells us that we should just shut down. We're winning by 1 point with 20 seconds to go. I've seen this story happen way too many times where you start backing up and you either get a stalling point to tie the match or you fall backwards and you give up a takedown to lose the match late. It's happened to me, it's happened to my wrestlers, it's happened to my teammates. It happens to people. We just shut down. If our focus is solely on scoring points, not wins and losses, we won't find ourselves in that situation nearly as much. When you have a lead, don't stop wrestling, continue wrestling, expand upon that lead. The more points you score, the more the other guy, your opponent, will realize that they are about to lose this match. Put the match away when you have the opportunity to and continue racking up those points. Don't hold on for wins because you'll shut down and you'll stop wrestling, and then that's where you're most vulnerable. Stemming into number 2, try new things in practice. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. Practice is the only place where it doesn't matter what you do. Sure, we want to win matches in matches, but practice is the place where you learn how to do that. Develop your skills in practice so you can go out in matches and score as many points as possible. What you don't want to happen is you find yourself in a match in a position that you're not comfortable with, you haven't practiced as much, and you don't know what to do. You're going to lose those positions and you're going to end up giving up points. Play around in practice. You don't have to win in practice. Get this win-loss mentality out of your head. It's okay to give up points. Remember that. It's okay to give up points. Only way that you're going to learn how to get better is by failure. Learning what doesn't work so that you can prevent it from happening again and using it towards your advantage to scoring next time you find yourself in that position. Giving up points will allow you to learn from your mistakes. That's how you become a better wrestler. We all learn from our failures. So if you never fail in the sport and you play it safe and you just play defensively so that you never give up a points, whether it's in a match or in practice, then you're not going to become a better wrestler. Sure, you might win matches and it might be close scoring matches and you might win here and there, but you're not going to be a better wrestler. You're not going to be scoring points because you're not trying new things and you're not going to open up matches. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. give up points, learn from those mistakes, and most importantly, try new things. Remember, this is not a video of how to win wrestling matches. This is a video on how to become a better wrestler. Number 3, do not worry about your opponent. Control the things that you can control. This sport is so mental, it'll mess with your brain, and I've seen it too many times where we get this perception of our opponent in our head that deters our ability to go out and wrestle our matches. It should not matter who you are wrestling on the other side of the mat, what singlet he's wearing, how big his muscles are, what his record is. If anything, you shouldn't know any of that information going in. Go into the match with your own agenda and execute that plan. If you're concerned so much about the other guy's game plan, then you're not going to end up scoring points. Just because I'm playing against Tom Brady doesn't mean that I have to change anything about my offense or my game plan. Sure, you don't want to give up points, but you still have to score points to win matches. If you followed all the other steps up until this point and you've tried new positions, you've found yourself being comfortable, being uncomfortable, you're trying new things, you're opening up the match, you're scoring points, then it shouldn't matter at all what this other guy has to bring to the table. You can't become a better wrestler if you're just concerned about fending off your opponent. Defensive wrestling is not going to progress your game as a wrestler. You have to open up your offense, learn how to score points, expand upon your lead, and then that's when you're going to truly learn how to find success in wrestling. So, just to recap, the 3 ways to become a better wrestler today, right now, get them in your head, write them on the wall. Number 1, stop caring so much about wins and losses. Focus your attention on scoring points instead. Number 2, try new things in practice. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. And last but not least, number 3, don't concern yourself so much with your opponent. Execute your game plan. That's how you're going to get to your offense, score points, and that will bring you success in wrestling. So let me know what you think, and I hope you go out and execute these 3 strategies and become a better wrestler today. I'll see you guys next time.